Hey, this is Javier Villamil. Welcome to Rap, where we chop it up with real ass people. And on this show, the definition of rap is to speak to somebody in an easy and familiar manner. I'm chilling with Valeka Jessica,
Valeka Jessica,
actor
yeah.
extraordinaire. We're gonna chop it up with her and see why she's wired the way she's wired. Let's get to rapping. Valeka, can you tell us a little bit about yourself real quick?
Yeah. So I'm from DC. DC, like murder capital.
Murder capital DC.
DC.
Don't play with
Don't
play with her.
Like, don't play with me. Yes. I know this could fool you,
Yes.
but no, I grew up when DC was off the chain. However, growing up in DC when it was the murder capital of the world, my parents put me in private school. So I had this really cool, like, juxtaposition lifestyle, like going to this incredible private school and, being on yachts and kicking it with like presidents' kids and playing sports with senators' children, but then coming back to where I lived.
Right.
But it was really dope because I was able to see at a young age how everything and anything is possible.
So you had that real duality going on. Like, I'll cut you, but I'll be wearing like a silk dress
All day.
First question, Valeka, why are you wired the way you're wired?
That is a great question. So my father, from I swear the womb, always told me to be a leader and not a follower. Those are literally, he would say to this day, he says this whenever we on the phone, Valeka, be a leader, not a follower. So I've always heard that, be a leader, not a follower, not a follower. And so I grew up in a household where my dreams were like actually possible. Like, I never heard my parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, anybody like tell me I couldn't do anything. So I was reared in a very loving, very nurturing household. So with that being said, it was like, why can't I do what I want to do? So that was really like a launching pad, you know what I'm saying, for me. And as you maneuver through life and you meet people and you meet toxic people, negative people, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I would come across these people, like, I always still had that like fire inside of me where I knew I could always be whatever I wanted to be, based on how my dad would always speak to me.
Yes.
So shout out to Reggie.
Yes. So if you could download the consciousness of another human being, either late or present, who would that be and why?
It wouldn't be a human being. It would be a spiritual being, and it would be God.
I love
like
it.
and because I really thought about it, I was like, what would that be? And I don't want to I have no desire to like emulate like people, like other people, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I literally cannot. Like, and I think people really need to understand that. Like, I literally can't be nobody else like but me. Like, I can only like live as Valeka. You know what I'm saying? But God is just so gracious and so humble and so understanding and is so wise. And if I could just tap into a little bit, just a little bit of God, like every day, like I just think that would just be. You just it's utopia, you know what I mean? Because you're not fearing nothing, you're not tripping on anything, because you literally know that you're in alignment and everything works for your better good.
Yes.
And that's what I tell myself every day, like regardless of what happens, it always works for my better good. So just being more like God.
Question number 3, can you tell us about a project that's sitting on your hard drive?
I can. So I'm trying to figure out how to talk about it. So Black Pen and I have collaborated.
Okay.
We're working together. We've partnered up. Shout out to Black Pen.
Shout
I
out
love
to
you,
Black
girl. And we've already started filming a series of manifestations for the culture. I'm a huge manifester. I literally manifest all day, all night.
Yes.
Like, literally everything that I have achieved in life, I've seen it before it's in my hands. You know what I'm saying? That's all faith is, right?
Yeah.
I remember before I I don't want to sound like pretentious, but like, you know, before I started to really like accumulate like things that I wanted in life, you know, like when I was driving like my busted car, like it wasn't busted.
Yeah.
It was like fabulous. Like
Yeah.
when I wasn't living in the house I wanted, it wasn't bad. I was always in a palace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I always could like see past like what it was. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so manifesting has been just an integral part of my being. And I, you know, every night when I go to sleep, it's very ritualistic for me. So it's always candles and it's aromatherapy every night, and I'm listening to, you know, manifestations and
self-care.
Self-care. Let me tell you something.
Self-care.
I could write a book on it. I probably will. Right. But I noticed that it was just only white women talking to me.
Yeah.
Just white women.
Uh-huh.
And they cool.
They cool.
But I was like, Valeka, you manifest too much, like, to be listening to, like, you know, white women all of the time, like, tell you, like, how to be your best self. Like, you know how to do this because you do it in your everyday life, like you and your fabulous queen girlfriends.
Right.
So I just started writing, like, manifestations and affirmations, and then God gave me the vision to, like, make a visual album to it.
Wow.
So, like,
and that's what the project with
that's
you and Black
what
Pen
me and
is.
Black Pen, like, she's been working with me and helping
Nice.
me with that. So we filmed the first installment of it. So
Way
excited
cool.
to continue to work on that.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
that. Yo,
Yeah.
shout out to Black Pen. I gotta have you on the show.
Yes.
Yes, you're next.
Yes, you're next.
You're next. Cool. I love it. I can't wait to see that project.
Me too.
Question number 4. If you could copy and paste a famous quote said by somebody either present or late and make it your own, what would that be?
So music, I like quotes from songs.
Okay. Me too.
Music is breathing.
Music is breathing.
Music for me.
Is that the quote?
No.
Oh, got it. I'm like that.
But that's the quote right there.
Yeah, I
No,
love that.
I didn't
I'm
even
gonna
think
quote.
about
I'm gonna
that.
quote you.
Quote me. Thank you. Yeah.
Music is breathing.
Music is breathing for me. I listen to music a lot. I listen to it multiple all damn day. I listen to music, and there is an artist named David Sebastian. Shout out.
Shout out David
You don't know me,
Sebastian.
David, but I be listening to your music. And he has a song called "The Light," and it's a verse. I walk in the room and I light it up. I walk in the room and I light it up. God's inside of all of us. If you knew who you were and and what you could do with the light, like, and it's literally a whole song about like manifestation. So
being the light. Being the
light. You know what I'm saying? Like being the light. But wait, I want to really tell you the verse. Hold on. You gotta like play the song like in your head.
Yes.
If you knew that you were God, you would say, man, fuck this job.
Oh,
you
wow.
create like creators do. That's why God created you. That's what you were made to do. I was sent here to say to you that you're beautiful, you're marvelous, you're phenomenal, you're awesomeness. You are God's light personified. Say that every morning when you open your eyes.
Yes.
I am perfect. I am love.
Oh, I need this song.
I am abundance. This feeling you can't get with drugs. Woo! This feeling you can't find at the club. This feeling only comes when you know that you're the one. Don't matter where you've been, it don't matter where you're from. Let your light shine brighter than the sun.
Yes.
When you walk in the room, you light it up.
I love it. I love it.
So it's like music, verses, and songs.
What's the artist's name?
David Sebastian.
David Sebastian.
The Light.
We're gonna look that up.
Yes.
David Sebastian, The
Light.
Light. Last question. Question number 5. If you could control, alt, and delete, right, one faulty belief out of existence, like it's no longer here, what would that belief be?
Fear isn't real.
Fear isn't real?
It doesn't exist. What the fuck is it?
Oh, so you're saying fear would be...
There is like, it does not exist. Like, it's like I believe we're like trained for it to like exist because you're always like oh well you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. Well, why can't I? Like, what if I think about it the other way?
Yeah.
And when I started to retrain myself to stop saying, because it's not like I haven't experienced fear, but when I retrained myself to think another way, I stopped thinking in fear. I only thought about everything that I could get, and it's a pivot. It's just a pivot. Oh, so I didn't get the money from this producer over here. It's not that I can't do it. You pivot. What do I need to do? So I stopped thinking about fear because fear don't exist.
It's been a pleasure having you on the show. Valeka, you are a real ass person.
No, it's straight
I
up
love it.
all day.
I love it so much. Yo, tune into the next episode of Rap, and can't wait to see you then.